I came to the mission because life was just not, it had taken a bad turn. It wasn't going well. I needed to change, do something different. I was homeless. If I hadn't come to the mission, I'd probably still be living, I don't know, I'd probably still be living in my car. Because of everything, COVID shutting everything down, I wasn't even able to get a shower, get cleaned up. I'd probably gotten worse. Life was not going well. It would probably gone further downhill.
I didn't know how to go about life. I had fears on confrontation. I was a workaholic. I had no balance in my life and a lot of fears.
I was in a very scary level of hopelessness for several years, smoking marijuana every day for 20 plus years, heavy bouts of alcoholism, and then recently started doing meth, and that really destroyed me.
I knew I needed help after my girlfriend and my kid left without me, and I started having seizures. I knew something was wrong, and the doctor said I could probably die if I don't stop drinking. And I tried to quit drinking on my own, and it just wasn't working, so I knew I needed to get something else lined up.
To do that, I needed to have examples on how to live my life, and Life Change provides that. We go out and we work in the community, we help people, we live together in a residential environment where we're all social and we do everything together. We work every day. It's literally, we have a normal life, so to speak, while we're going through treatment, and then studying the Bible and God and how to love on one another and ourselves is all just immense compared to any other treatment I've ever been through.
The biggest skill that I learned was learning boundaries. I pretty much my whole life I was a yes guy, and I didn't know how to say no, and I let people take advantage of me. And through the classes at the Eugene Mission, I learned balance, I learned boundaries, I learned to be assertive, I've learned to stick up for myself, because before I didn't feel like a whole man. And now I can take control of my actions, and I can say no, and I do have limits, and I feel a lot better about myself.
Well, I do all phases of residential construction, from new construction, foundation, all the way to roofing. And I do a lot of repairs and remodel. It felt great. I felt elated to be back into the swing of things. I've done my profession for 27 years, and I love what I do. And, I had a wonderful business before I got into the depths of my addiction. And it felt great to finally be back out there with purpose, doing what I do well and being able to help other people with it.
We did an offshore fishing trip. It was an emotional time on that trip for me. So talking about it again, it's a little emotional. My desire to be a marine biologist, my desire to be out there in the ocean on the water is just intense, and it always has been. And there I was, quite a ways into the program, I was ready to graduate, and realizing, I was out there on the water, realizing I'm going to actually have a chance to not just have the dream, but to actually achieve the dream. And when we were coming back into shore, the weather got really bad and really choppy, and everyone kind of came inside the boat. I stood out on the outside and just rode out the waves, and I started crying, and it was a great time.
I feel so blessed now. When I came here, I had the clothes I brought up with me. I had no license, now I have my license. I got a great job. things are looking good. I'm talking with my family again, and everything is going back to the way I want it to be.
I've been able to accomplish being sober. I'm restructured my thinking. I've got a job. I'm going to school full time. I'm working full time. I'm heading towards an excellent, heading towards an accomplishment of a dream I've had all my life that I thought wasn't ever going to happen. What I want to do is, my dream since I was a little kid is marine biology. I grew up watching the underwater world of Jacques Cousteau on Sunday nights. And that was always the dream. And I grew up in the San Joaquin Delta region, so water was surrounding me, water was our life. And that was the idea when I got out of the Marine Corps, was to go to school and make that happen. But then life came about and I started having kids, and it just didn't seem like that was ever going to happen.
When I came into the Life Change program, it had been about 5 years since my son had stopped talking to me or returning any of my calls, messages, emails. And within, I want to say 4 months, 2 months of me writing him letters, sending him messages again, he replied. And we got to spend Thanksgiving together. We got to spend Christmas Eve together. And we talk regularly, weekly. We message back and forth. He's busy finishing up his college right now, education at the U of O, and a 20-year-old man about to hit the work industry out there in the work world, and I'm pretty excited for him.
In a year from now, I'd like to be in a house, hopefully have my daughter over on the weekends and being able to spend time with her, and eventually I'd like to, come back and visit with the mission and volunteer some of my time there.
My goal is to take things slow. It's to open my eyes and look at what's around me and not really accept the way things are and not let it get to me, but at the same time I just make the right choices. But my goal is to move on and to get better in my life and to keep God in my life. It actually saved my life. If I didn't come to the Eugene mission, I would have still been a lost soul. My eyes wouldn't have opened. I wouldn't have learned the things that I've learned.
Boy, I learned about this program in 2017 when I was staying at the mission. I was homeless. And I was calling every day to about 3 different treatment facilities around the state. And I had talked with these gentlemen at the mission about Life Change, and they were telling me all about it for days. And I was like, man, that's a top-notch program, it sounded like, but it was a year long. That year flies by. But if you're ready, this by far is worth the time and effort. I mean, it's hands down. It's not even a question as to the quality. I'm living the life I was supposed to live. Finally in my life, I'm actually living life through clear eyes.
It's being able to see the prize and actually go after it, not just think about it. Because it's so easy to have that thing out there, but it's like you can't get to it. And now I can get to it. And that's huge.